Why can't he say it? A woman does not have a penis. See, it's easy, because that's how biology works. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer is tying himself in knots over something that is basic biology.
I just remind the House that the right honourable gentleman struggled to define what a woman was. If he couldn't make up his mind on that point.
So a woman can have a penis?
Nick, I'm not. I don't think we can conduct this debate with, you know...
Sorry, have I offended you in some way?
No, it's just... I just...
Is it transphobic to say only women have a cervix?
Well, it is something that shouldn't be said.
I mean, in his latest comments on what a woman is, Sir Keir Starmer says 99.9% of women don't have a penis. Oh, God. Look, in the womb, when a woman is having a scan, at around about 16 weeks, you can find out whether you're having a boy or a girl. Now, how do they tell? By looking at the sex organs. If the unborn child has a vagina, then it's a girl. A penis, then it's a boy. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's the extremely rare occasion where something goes wrong. The sex organs may be ambiguous, but this is when something goes wrong. And something could always go wrong, so nothing in life is 100%. So the 0.01%, which Sir Keir Starmer seems to be leaving room for, is so that he can also include trans women, so biological men. I mean, is he simply, in my view, once again hedging his bets and using this to get out of saying that a woman does not have a penis, which I think is a bit slippery, really. Yet when it came to Nicola Sturgeon's gender recognition reform bill, which would allow children as young as 16 to self-ID without any medical intervention, Labour MPs were whipped to vote in favour of it. They were, however, allowed to have a free vote on whether it should be blocked by the UK Parliament. But why would he ensure that his MPs voted for it in the first place? I mean, I'm actually grateful, and I don't mean this in a weird way, but for double rapist Isla Bryson showing how legislation like this compromises women's safety. I mean, can you imagine if that hadn't happened? Well, I'm not prepared to pander to a minority by making the language uncertain. Otherwise, where are we with that? It marginalises women. Keir talks about his children, saying that he wants to know what they're learning about transgender issues in school. But in my view, school is not the place to be teaching this, especially primary schools where children are extremely impressionable and these sort of issues are not even on their radar. And it can be taught in various ways which are not standardised. For example, some schools using resources like gender unicorn diagrams, which show sliding scales, male, female and other identities. I mean, who agreed to all of that? The other day, I was speaking to my teenage daughter and she told me that she was scared with all the different genders that are cropping up. She told me that there were over 100 and she thought it was madness. The Labour Party continue to swerve this issue because it exposes the divide within their ranks and the infighting amongst their MPs. Keir obviously saw what happened to Nicola and he was worried, as he should be. Keir called for national guidance on the gender issue and said that they should try to make it cross-party because it's not helpful for parents or schools to have just as toxic divide, and what's needed is practical common sense advice. Well, yes, that's very sensible. Only the divide seems to be within his own party and not the Conservatives. So maybe he could sort out his own party instead. He said the lesson from Scotland is that if you can't take the public with you on a journey of reform, then you're probably not on the right journey. Well, let me narrow it down for you, Sir Keir. If you lose over 50% of the vote, which is women, you lose the election.